Jim and Leila here for this week's comic book reviews, and it's Alternative October, week 3.
Yeah.
You sound so excited. You just want to get back to Marvel and DC, don't you?
I do want to get back to Marvel. Have you seen Fearless is out this week? So
who cares? It's a Marvel book.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll be back to Marvel and DC in 2 weeks, so don't worry too much about that. Well, she will. I'm not touching it. But anyway, I'll start off with Old Dog Days #1, written by Howard Wong with art by Keith Grochow. And in this one, meet William Lancer, a Vietnam vet who has always felt guilty over the lost lives taken before their time. And now, a young life is taken in William's neighborhood and sets him off on a quest of revenge. But even not being in the prime of his life doesn't stop him. Interesting tale, very interesting tale. Howard's writing is fantastic. You really get the sense of this character going through the paces, but being so old that he can't really help out as much as he wants to. But quite frankly, he wants to help as best he can, and he tries. He's kind of, I guess, the Clint Eastwood
Gotcha.
character in this. It's a really interesting tale. I really like it, and as Howard told me, this might become a bigger book if more people pick it up. So go to Howard's website, check this out. It's simply fantastic writing at its very best. If you enjoyed After the Cape, which Howard also wrote, you're really going to enjoy this.
Next up, just in time for Halloween, we've got a couple of horror books that I'm going to do. But the first one is 30 Days of Night #1, and this is the new ongoing series. This is not just another mini-series. This is the ongoing series.
Well, at least it's not Days of Night or 30 Days of Night 2 direct to DVD.
I haven't even seen that. Oh, wow.
Good plan. Don't.
Okay, anyways, so this is by Steve Niles and Sam Keith. So in this one, Alice Blood is a girl on a mission to confirm the existence of vampires, but will she get more than she bargained for? Meanwhile, the vampire world is experiencing some infighting as one of them desires a new regime, one not willing to cower in the dark in keeping their identity secret from humanity, and starts putting that plan into motion by killing elder vampires.
Woo!
Woo! Okay, so I thought this was a good start to the series. It was a captivating story, and there was a surprise twist ending that really, makes you want to read #2. So good job, Steve. What I was disappointed about was the artwork.
Oh, God.
Okay?
Yeah, having taken a look at it myself, this is not Keith's usual style.
No, I was looking forward to seeing Sam Keith on this. I was like, oh, Sam Keith is doing this? Oh, it's going to be awesome.
It looks almost like he's aping Temple Smith's
Yeah,
style,
exactly.
and it looks terrible.
Yeah, he's trying to either merge his style and Temple Smith's or trying to do like a real salute to Temple Smith. Either way, I don't really like it very much. No. I wasn't actually really a huge fan of the Temple Smith art on this series, you know? So to me, I would have been fine with going in a completely different look for
artistic
the entire
direction.
series.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
I would have been fine with it. But
this just doesn't look like Sam Keith.
No, it doesn't. And I was a little disappointed in that because I really like Sam's artwork. And I was looking forward to something new visually for this series. But, it is what it is. And if you're a fan of the previous series, then you probably will like this because it has a very similar look. And, Steve Niles is writing it. So, I mean, it's going to be good.
Well, certainly better than the DVD sequel to the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up we have Sin Beginnings, written and drawn by Drake Tassai. In this one, in a post-apocalyptic future, 2 warring factions stumble into a peace to avoid extinction. However, resources are more scarce, and the UEF must decide who's privileged to live or not. But a small group of people begin to fight back. This is a collection of a webcomic called Sin, and it's actually damn good. This is actually one of the better post-apocalyptic comics. I love saying that word. Out there right now. Fantastically drawn manga style. It's actually a damn good story. You really care about the characters and what happens to them. And it's got a really, really good art style to it as well. So, yeah, if you're a manga fan, check this one out. It's not half bad. And you can't really go wrong.
Alright, so here's to another post-apocalyptic book. It's like someone thinks the world is ending soon or something. There's all these books about the end of the world. Anyway, anyways, this is The Key of Z, #1 by Claudio Sanchez, Chandra Eckert, and Aaron Cooter. So, in this one, years after the zombie plague outbreak, New York City is split into 3 security safe zones: Yankee Stadium, Citi Field, and Madison Square Garden, each ruled by different leaders.
This is New York. No one's safe in New York.
Yeah. And so in this story, the main character that we sort of follow is called Ewing, and he's a former security guard who's about to get caught up in this turf war between the 3 factions, all the while killing the occasional zombie. So this is the 3rd try or series for the Coheed and Cambria's frontman, Claudio Sanchez. Previous series being Amory Wars, which, is pretty good, and Kill Audio, which I hated with a fiery passion.
Didn't much like Kill Audio either.
No, I thought it was terrible, but this is pretty good. I liked this. It has interesting plot and characters, and pretty decent art. If you're a zombie fan, I don't see how you wouldn't like this. It's pretty well done.
Well, other than the fact that there's way too many zombie books on the shelves as it is.
Yeah, I mean, to pick one, I don't know how, but this one, I guess, there's a musician writing it. Maybe they'll give it a bit of a sales bump. I'm not sure.
Woo.
Woo. But, if you like Amory Wars, even if maybe you liked Kill Audio, then you're probably going to like this one.
Next up, we have The Possum, #5, written and drawn by Blair Kitchen. And in this one, a giant robot is attacking the city, and the possum is the only one that can possibly stop it. But afterwards, will he be able to keep his secret identity a secret? Blair, I simply adore this book. If you want to try something a little bit funny, a little bit artistically similar to Sergio Aragonés, you're gonna like this. This is really, really funny series. Simply fantastic art, simply fantastic story. You can't help but love the silliness of it all. Honestly, it's one of the most fun comics you'll probably read ever. So yeah, do yourself a favor and check it out, and also check out Spyguy.
Spyguy. This is #2 by Mike Kitchen. So in this cops and robbers tale, Spyguy tries to foil the plans of the maniacal Spud and Harry in the mean streets of Toronto.
Because, Toronto's really dangerous.
Yes.
Having lived there for a while.
Anyways.
I kept getting accosted by banditos and Dr. Holocaust and...
Yes, so,
and anime fans.
Clearly it's,
It's crazy.
It's a tough place to live.
Oh, and zombies.
Yes. So, anyway, I thought that this was good. I love the style and humor of the book. It's sort of like a cracked, hard-boiled crime comic that's totally cool. So check out www.ultraist.net for more, because you can read more of them there, and check out Mike's cool work.
Next up, we have The Word, #1, written and drawn by Nigel Lewis. And in this one, the War of the Gods has begun, as every religious deity fights to be the one true word. And now, a young non-believer is caught in the middle. Interesting premise. I'll give it that. Having all the religious deities, gods, goddesses, etc., have their believers fight each other to the death to be the one true religious word is pretty hilarious. Because, well, none of them really exist, but anyway.
I see the flame mail starting now.
I'm an atheist. Oh no! But interesting premise, not so great on the art. I mean, it's okay, but it's simply not very good. And there's a lot of grammatical errors and spelling mistakes in the book as well, which really devalues it to me. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, when you're trying to do a book, at least edit it, double edit. I generally do that myself with my books, but even I make mistakes.
Yeah.
Everyone does. It's okay. But, I mean, it's an okay book. I won't judge it solely on everything that is wrong with it, but there is a lot wrong with it, and sadly, I cannot really recommend it. But if you want to try something a tiny bit different, check it out. It's not half bad. It's just not all good either.
Okay, and next up we have The Other Kind by Claire Mosley. So in this one, Grace's life sucks. Her high school boyfriend cheated on her.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, pretty much the moment they get to college, and she lives in the back room of the video store she works in, which also happens to be the room that houses all the hentai.
Why can't I live there?
But things change when she stumbles upon the secret of Ryu and Kumiko, who are the other kind. So this was okay. I'm not a huge fan of the art. I do like that it's a full color offering, which, you know, sometimes for small press that's really hard. But I thought that the story was fairly captivating and executed well. I enjoyed the dry sense of humor and I really felt for the main character's plight. So a good first effort. Check it out.
And last and certainly not least, we have 22 Reasons to Fear the Future, written by Egan McConvey with art by Ryan Sargent. And in this one, in the secret death of Julian Birch is being hunted by an unknown killer that resembles his father. But when he learns the killer wants him dead for something he's not done yet, will the truth about his own future force him to pull the trigger on himself?
What?
Yeah. I can't say enough good things about this book. It's simply fantastically written. It's really well drawn. It's really dramatic at points. And considering what happens in the book, it's just one of those reads where you go, wow, what the hell is this? Because it's just that good.
Cool.
Fantastically written, fantastically drawn. If you see this book, pick it up. You won't regret it. I honestly had a lot of fun reading it, and it's a dark tale, but with a twist unlike anything I've ever seen. So check it out. You're not gonna hate it. That's for damn sure. It's a damn good read. Check it out. We will see you next week.
And very soon for the Halloween episode, which we're very excited about.
Yay, Halloween.
Yes. If there's something you want to see special for this year's Halloween show, make sure you send it in, especially if you want a book reviewed. I mean, you're going to have to send it really, really fast.
Oh, yeah.
But we'd be happy to